building. This is Culture Links, and we have DMV events. Anton, what's going on, Anton?
Oh, gee.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
What's up, man?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Welcome to the show, brother. Thank you for coming through.
Yeah, what's up, sir?
Why they call you DMV events?
That's just my company name.
Okay,
DMV
so what do? You throw on all type of events?
Mostly concerts. That's what I do right now.
Are you the concert plug? Ticket plug?
Yeah, to some degree, you could say that.
What is the biggest concert you've thrown?
Future. I did 2 shows for Howard Homecoming 2 years ago. 3 years ago, back to back, when he dropped the tape with Drake.
Okay.
So he dropped the secret tape. I knew the tape was coming out, and it was right around Howard Homecoming when it did, like 3 days before the actual game. We added another show. His manager called me, BK, and said, Anton, you about to drop the tape with Drake. He sent me the flyer, the album artwork, and I was like, oh shit. So I added another show on Thursday. That sold out. The Friday sold out. It was pretty crazy. Future back-to-back show. Yeah.
So
pretty big.
So let me go ahead, because y'all know I got to get my stuff out the way.
Let Joy go first, because I don't think Joy know who Anton is quite well. So
I'm
we
learning.
do. Of course, I got to speak on.
We're gonna start educating Joy. I want to be a
I want you guys to.
Can I do my part on educating Joy on who he is?
I don't want you to. I want
Because it's pivotal. It's very pivotal
Go
to
ahead,
everything
Sid.
that's going
Go
on.
ahead,
we
Sid.
know who Anton is.
Sit might be the piece
But
to the
it's pivotal.
puzzle.
It's pivotal in what's going on.
I want Joy to ask the questions like no one knows, and the people on this live that don't
we about to
fully
get it.
know.
We about to go. I'm about to take them. You know, we about to go.
Go
We about to go. All right. So, for those who don't know, this guy here, DMV events, I've known shit. How long is it now?
Probably like almost 10, going on 10 years.
10, 11
I think
years?
it's more than that, because I know both of y'all over 10 years.
All right, so
I would say 12 to be fair.
12 probably, because I was at University of Maryland
Exactly.
when I first. And I was there from like 03 to 08.
No, I wasn't. I got here 06. I got here 06. So I started DJing and shit. Like, was that 08? All right, well, anyway, let me take... No, it ain't. Well, probably around like 11 years, 10, 11 years. I got here. I didn't start DJing as soon as I got here.
Okay.
So...
Yeah, because I remember Jaquel used to tell us about you before, and then one day we had a missing DJ. Something like Dave brought you in to DJ the green room, the other room, the side room, and you would help out. I think we had Money. We had DJ Ratchet. He was DJing, and you filled in for DJ Ratchet. Yeah.
So I've been rocking with Anton since Friday days.
Oh shit!
No, my man DJ Golden Boy in here. Shout out DJ Golden Boy, man. That's my man who started me off. You know, like that's how the whole thing got started. Me doing events and all that.
DJ Golden Boy.
DJ Golden Boy. He run Miami. He the
LGI.
LGI. DJ Golden Boy. He the boss of Miami. That's my brother. He started me off. You know, the Colombian Connect.
So Anton is pivotal in my career, honestly, because he's one of the first, people that gave me, ongoing spot at a major. At this point, it was a mega club, one of the last mega clubs, whatever. So
what was it?
Fur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Fur.
Yeah, Fur.
I used to be in Fur.
Fur nightclub used to be popping, boy.
Salam alaikum.
Yeah, man.
Follow us.
All right, so I want to go back to you, your start, Anton, because I don't know much about your start. I know about the LGI thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I got introduced to you, right?
Yeah.
So when you say DJ Holiday?
Nah, DJ Golden Boy.
Golden Boy, right?
Javier.
So how did you meet DJ Golden Boy?
Through a mutual friend, my friend ATN. I knew him from growing up. I grew up in when I moved. I'm born in Trinidad. I came to America when I was like 7, and I lived in the typical New York, Jersey, and I came to Maryland when I was like 12, 13 years old. So that's around the time that in B-More, when they tore down the projects, Murphy Home Projects, MHP, and a lot of them dudes moved out the county and whatnot. So, you know what I'm saying? I grew up with a bunch of them dudes. I lived in the neighborhood. It's like a Section 8 neighborhood. My mom's a nurse. They gave her a place to stay while she got herself together to find, like better housing. So we was in it for like 2 years. And I met a lot of people who had just moved out of Baltimore and whatnot, right? So, I got a lot of friends and whatnot, and I met this kid named ATN. He was older than me, right? And I used to help him out, do different things, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when I was younger, like, I was a kid that got money. That was back in the day. I don't know how it's like now, but you could have a job at like 13.
Right.
So I started working. I was working in a warehouse. I was making money. I was turning 16. Got driver's license was 16. I don't know if it's still that now. I got my L's. Got a car. Got a Lincoln Town car with the gangster white walls, with the rag top, with the trim, silver trimming and all that. I was 16. Bag seen me. I was like one of the young dudes that was like, growing up in the Baltimore area, it's a lot of stuff. Cats get money young. So you 16, you seen cats, they got $20,000, $30,000 already. They trapping. They already getting money. They father. They, you know what I'm saying? It's different. You in middle school, people wearing Gucci already, Iceberg. That's what we used to wear. Right. We was wearing Iceberg in middle school. Like cats was wearing food. We used to be like, what the fuck, man? So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? We wearing polo. So Bag seen me, and I was one of the kids that went to college. So I went to University of Maryland, right? I went for electrical engineering. I got into one of the best programs there was. And I was helping out my friend do events before, right? His name was, I forgot his name, man, but it was one of my OG's people. So when I got to Maryland, I started throwing parties in my dorm. You know what I'm saying? And I lived in the courtyards. I had an apartment. You know what I'm saying? I lived off campus, but right on campus. Started throwing parties and shit like that, But I've been that guy. I used to get the music early. But when I was younger, this when it was dial-up and you had AOL and shit, I knew how to get the music off the IRC chat room. That was the first way you could ever download music. Right. Before Napster. Right. It was MRIC. That's how you got music. Right, before Napster. So I had all the music. So come over my house, we party. I had the speakers and all that. And then I just took it to college. I met Javier, and we was doing platinum. And we used to do the old DC Tunnel, which is Echo Stage now. It was Club Envy, and that's owned by Cornell. He's on American Gangster. I don't know if you ever seen American Gangster, but he owns that building. So we used to work for him. And we used to work for Abdul, who currently owns Bliss. And I was seeing it would be cold as shit, man. And we would have to go pass out flyers, right? We would stand in the cold. Remember, we used to pass out in the car. Yeah, flies on the car. I used to do that too. Yeah, we used to help us. Yeah, we go hit the whole building.
So y'all the corporates. Yeah. Every time I get out, like flies on the car.
When they built that building across from PG Plaza, we used to hit the whole dorm, all the floors, do it ourselves, right? So I'm going to school for engineering at the same time, and I'm in this business encapsulation program or whatever, right? So basically, I'm learning how to use technology to make things simpler. So I seen people start using text messages. So I'm like, oh shit, this is real slick. So me and Javier sit, we fucking powwow on this shit. I do the research. I explain to him, and then basically, what I did was that Antonis, who owns Panorama Productions, they're like probably the biggest promoters. They own Echo Stage, Barcode, Ultra Bar, L8, all type of shit, right? Glow, they do them festivals, arcade. I seen him do it. Then Tupac D was doing it with Dominique Moxie. But you see, they wasn't using keywords when you could text back to add the person. So I said, okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send this message out, right? And I was young, so I went basically in my school. I was a computer guy, so I hacked my school, this database they had for the black students, and I got all the phone numbers. Then back in the day, remember at the cell phone store, how you would connect it to the machine and would download all the phone numbers for you and transfer to the other phone? Yeah. It was back in the day when you couldn't do the iCloud and all that. Right. I got the program. Right. And I had a laptop, so I would just connect phones to the laptop and download all my homeboys' phone numbers. Then we did that for a little while, and then we amassed this database. We did Platinum was shut down. They lost their liquor license. And Abdul trick bagged us. He was like, man, we gonna throw a party, right? And we sent a blast out, man. 500 people showed up at Platinum with that text message. You know what I'm saying? And from that day, I was like, damn, this shit is real. 500 people showed up with the message, showing the message like, you know what I'm saying? So that was when Platinum ain't had no liquor license and it was about to shut down. And that's when, close to the time, Abdul, he had went away for a little while and whatever. Yeah. So, that's how I started. Real shit. And I was a young kid, man, and like I brought 500 people to the club. Then I went to Love nightclub. The first time I met Mark Barnes, man, he was like real harsh. I was like, damn, this nigga like going hard. He on Love, right?
Right.
So I wanted to do a party there. And he said, man, we already doing 2,000 people, da-da-da-da-da, you know what I'm saying? So it was DC Carnival weekend, and it's my birthday. That's when they had the carnival uptown. I don't know if you remember that. Georgia Avenue, right. And that was my birthday weekend, and I'm from Trinidad. So I said, man, you know what? I'm going to do a party that weekend. And he was like, man, if you don't do 4,000 people, you ain't going to get paid. So I said, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? But mind you, we was doing 2,000, 1,500 people every week. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, you know what? I could do this shit. So we did an agreement, whatever. Man, we did 5,000 people. I think almost 6,000 people in Love. And I made 24,000, I think. And I was still in college, and that shit changed my life. It just was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm 21 years old, 22, I think, because I was a super senior, whatever, like, and I'm like, damn, nigga just made 24,000. I remember I went and picked up half check, and I met him. He got this office on 16th Street, and I picked up like 16,000 in my laptop case. Walking down 14th Street and shit, you know what I'm saying? Young guy, you know what I mean? So that changed my whole.
What separates you from the rest of the promoters in the city? You mentioned a couple of promoters that been around, like the Mark Spain and those guys, and just even Abdul, he still considers a promoter. What separates you from all these promoters out here?
Like Abdul is like the man to me. I used to look up to him, and I still admire his work ethic. You know what I'm saying? And like Mark Barnes, I look up to him. You see the park is still running,
right?
But I come from the old school mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like Echo Stage, I do that shit basically by myself. My team at Echo Stage, Andre, he's from the old school too. We just work hard work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the hard work mentality. Like, yo, I'm gonna wake up and I'm going to work. I'm gonna do this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's my money on the line. Or my partner with somebody. Like, a lot of people use investors too, so it's not their money.
Right.
After a while, I was able to save my money up. You know what I'm saying? I lost bread, saved bread, and I got to a point where I had enough, because when you do a show, you pay the deposit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So let's say the artist costs $100,000, you send the artist $50,000 deposit. You know what I'm saying? So, you might, if you don't have it all, you can get somebody who knows your work ethic and stuff like that.
Your legacy,
yeah. So you get somebody, and like having skin in the game is one thing. Your own bread involved, where you could lose your money, and also my computer skills, man. I went to University of Maryland. I mean, you can Google it. My program is ranked like number 13 in the country, I think.
Dang.
At the point, and I got a degree in computer science and mathematics as well.
Yeah. So, sound like you got two passions, right?
Yeah.
Which is more important to you? Event planning or computer science?
What'd you say?
What are you more passionate about? If I had to take one away, right?
Yeah.
Between the computer and being a promoter, and I said, bro, like, this is it. You gotta pick one. Which one would you pick?
I mean, my computer skills has always got me paid, so you know what I'm saying. I always get paid off a computer, and even with the events, it's computer-based skills that get me paid. You know what I'm saying? Like, and being able to understand and apply certain like as an engineer, when you go into engineering school, you learn engineering design process, and you learn how to solve problems.
Right.
Like, if an engineer designs a plane, right? And that plane have one mistake, 40 people is dying.
Dead.
You know what I'm saying?
The math is off, it's done.
Yeah, you're dead. They calculate the lift wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuel injection, the flux in the fuel, you know what I'm saying? The propulsion, the mechanisms fails, the fail safe, and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't work, people, you dying, right? So, I think computer science and mathematics is really like, that's my God-given talent gift.
Right.
The events is just a byproduct of that.
Right. And you mad young, because I'm pretty sure you and I are probably the same age. You probably younger than me, right? It sounds like you accomplished so much right now. what is it in your mind that you feel like, you know, you haven't accomplished? What is it you want to do at this present time?
Man, it might sound crazy to you, right? But I'm trying to really like work for a real company, like, you know what I'm saying, and like be like computer science right now is one of the highest paying degrees, and mathematics, and I have both of them, right? So I started off as an engineer and I switched, and I went to computer science and math because I took some time off and was like doing business and stuff. I was making six figures since I've been 21.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that I want to work for a company, like, you know, whether it be a startup or like a Microsoft or like a Google, where you could take somebody with my experience and add something to the world that's gonna change it, like project management, maybe like promotional management software, not just for an event, but just in general. Like, let's say you had this event, like this whole thing going on, and you wanted me to use my network and whatever, or like, let's say a business, like things like businesses, like let's say if I could make you a promoter, right? If you bring your friend to the store and I had somewhere tracking them, you can make $5. Or the club. Let's say the club had a way that you could invite people out and you get paid off of your people that come. It just go automatically to a bank account. Right. I think that's what's missing in the game, that technological aspect, just in service business in general. I feel like the promotion game, whether it be for a store or it be for a club or it be for, you know, whatever, like, I think it's so like disconnected and untrackable. It's 2018. You got to update that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I got a question. Kind of.
One second. This is a question off what he just said.
It's kind of piggybacking off of that.
One second.
Yeah.
So with your skill set, entrepreneurship, event planning, and your technology background, computer science, right?
Yeah.
What's preventing you from, instead of working for a corporate company, what's preventing you from starting your own shit?
I started my own shit.
In the mic.
Yeah, I started my own shit.
No, but I'm saying based on what you just said, because I asked you what is you want to accomplish right now, and you said it sounds crazy. You want to work for a corporate,
right? Yeah, I
want
to work. I tell my friends that they like, man, you crazy, you gonna hate it and all that.
Because I actually wanted just to kind of, it all ties in together, because my follow-up question was going to be, you mentioned earlier in your interview that you kind of look up to Abdul and Mark Barnes and their work ethics. To me, you have that same work ethic. So why not open up your own club, in a sense, to where you can not only admire them, or you could be one of them?
When it come. You see, in America, like, you got to be able to be cash heavy. So me, I'm pretty wise with my finances, and I try to save my money. You know what I'm saying? And when you get into that game, you need
it's expensive.
Yeah, it's an expensive game. You need investors, a lot of that, you know. So when the time comes, it'll come. Because it only takes 5-10 years to make the mills.
Why don't you make a computer science company? Like you just said, a technology company, and go to Silicon Valley and start your own Apple out of track, like you said, people
Why would you do that when you got Google? Or you got Google's gonna buy you? You know what I'm saying? If you go to Google or you go to Facebook and you start something big, you're gonna get a huge salary. You're gonna get everything you want in life. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what you want to do.
Yeah, you getting paid, you getting massages while you working and shit like that. I'm cool with that. Give me $300,000-$400,000 a year as a software developer, right? And then I'm gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? Doing it on your, like this dude said in the live, doing it on your own is hard. It's costly. It's expensive. You know what I'm saying? You can cut the cost. Somebody buys you out, you're still getting paid $300,000-$400,000 a year. Just give me the $300,000-$400,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? You got the idea. The idea is the idea. You know what I'm saying? Like the dude that invented Google Drive, that was a side project. You know?
Right. So why don't you invent something like that? Because it's like the guy who does the WhatsApp, right? He presented to Facebook, and Facebook didn't go for it. He was working for Facebook, right? Mm-hmm. But he jumped off and did WhatsApp, and look, he sold WhatsApp. I think he sold back to Facebook.
Yeah, I got code.
Yeah, so I'm saying, why don't you do something like that?
I got a lot of code I've written to do this type of stuff, management, like basically like entity relationship diagrams, data modeling. So that's the key, right? To understand how the data works in a space, right? And being able to do business, right? And say like, okay, this is my relationship with him. we have a transactional relationship. You know what I'm saying? What are the objects in this transaction? The customer, the seller. What is the object being transacted? What are its attributes? Does it have a price? Does it have a color? Does it have, you know what I'm saying, a weight? Things like that. Being able to know that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Take your mind and apply that to. You go to school, you learn it, but being able to physically apply. That's a skill, and that's
priceless.
That's a skill that makes the person worth a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
My ability to do that is worth a lot.
Right.
That's a business. You know what I'm saying? That's what Facebook was. That's what Mark Zuckerberg did. He took PHP and he took people's pictures and created a relationship with the end user and his data and was able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's where I'm at with that.
So I got a question kind of piggybacking off of what you were saying about the computers and then promotion and kind of how that all ties together. As an OG, you know, who kind of, you know, was making the transition from more, you know, getting out and touching the actual person or having a relationship with the actual person, or, you know what I'm saying, actually having to build your database that way to this thing with the computer. Do you feel like technology's kind of messed up the promotion game?
Man, that's a great question. Technology is a beautiful thing, man. It's just the world adapts to the technology. There's a great economist. I forgot his first name, but his last name is Adams. I don't any of you remember him. Probably learned him in economy class. But he came up with the idea of the GDP. You know what a GDP is?
No.
That's how you measure a country's economy. It's called your gross domestic product.
Okay.
Right? And your gross domestic product is basically the average cost of a product times the amount that the country produces. Right? So I think America's GDP is like 17 trillion or something. I'm not sure, right? But what his theory states, basic economic theory, is that your GDP increases as technology increases. Right? The cutoff, though, to technology, I feel, is with the children, is because they are so addicted to the phones, even the adults. I feel like the phone is the internet's raising the children, and that there's certain children that use it as a tool, and the ones that don't, that get sucked into it, it's like an addiction. You ever been on your phone stuck like, man, I need to get off this shit? You ever been like that?
Facts.
That's the downfall to the technology. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that take advantage of the technology, know how to make money from it, is very few, but they catapult. Look at all these IG models, celebrities, people, the little Catch Me Outside girl. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B. They're making millions off Instagrams because they turned the people that's addicted, that's they trap. You know what I'm saying? That's they fiends. You the fiend, you feeding into it, and they transfer the music. You know, in engineering, we got a way we look at things, right? Basically, the signal, you have a signal. That signal has a cost. What these people do is take a free signal and get the numbers up high. We moving 1 million units of this, boom, boom, boom. And they put a cost on it. Now it's music. Now it's a book. Now it's, you know what I'm saying, a product, a shirt, this and that. You know what I'm saying? They turn the fiends to, they're fiends now. I got 1 million fiends, internet fiends. Now I'm gonna charge them. Stream. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's working. So either you got to know how to use the system. You know what I'm saying? I know how to use it.
Supply the user.
Do you read a lot?
Yeah, I read a lot.
You do?
Yeah.
You do? Who are some of your business idols?
Business idols, man.
Right, because like we typically, like, if you were a musician, we'll ask you like, who are some of your?
Well, like I definitely like JayZ, Birdman. You feel me? I definitely like Dr. Dre, Jimmy Iovine. You know, Rick Rubin, Russell Simmons. Bill Gates, the CEO of Oracle. He
oh wow.
Yeah,
you know about that too?
Yeah, the CEO of Oracle.
Him.
Yeah, he basically copied. He had a boy at IBM.
I'm hip.
And he made his whole money off copying a database structure that IBM had. Right? It's a way of structuring your database. I forgot what it was called at first. It was called IMS. Right, IMS was, and he's like a finesse genius Oracle. So all the back ends for like banks and shit like that, and like, you know, your phone service and like offices is Oracle systems. So he's like everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Who I named him? Mark Zuckerberg. I definitely fuck with him. You know.
If Diddy, JayZ. Diddy, JayZ, Tyler Perry, or Oprah rolled up in here and was like, and Russell Simmons, and was like, okay, Anton, we're going to take you to the next level. with your business? Who you going with?
Man, like, I really fuck with Jay, but like Rock Nation and the whole thing right there, a title, it didn't go the right direction. I felt as though like they could have went a different model, and I felt they should have had better like tech guys in, because like a guy could have a degree, but a guy can't translate to the end user. You said Oprah, and who else was it?
Was Oprah, JayZ, Diddy, and Russell.
Tyler Perry.
Shit. I would say Diddy.
Hell no.
Nah, I would say
Jay?
Yeah,
crazy.
I don't know. Diddy got some money too.
And about money.
I would choose JayZ over Diddy, because I feel as though that JayZ has a larger customer base than Diddy.
Understanding too as well.
Yeah, but
Strategy.
Diddy has a liquor product, but the liquor is harder, because it's a bunch of legal shit with that. You know what I'm saying? So you're trying to market, they're 21 and up. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Responsible drink, all that shit. I'm not trying, you know what I'm saying? Maybe in the future, maybe Tyler Perry or Oprah, because I feel as though they got a viewers and user base that you could use, and I feel as though we could make something happen. You know about, that's my that's my viewpoint.
I would say Oprah.
Yeah, I would definitely say Oprah, but Tyler Perry, you got to see is that he has a huge digital audience as well too. You know what I'm saying? And you Oprah's at the top.
But it's consumers, it's just viewers, like television viewers.
Yeah, but
Oprah is like all everywhere. Like,
yeah, but see, Oprah. The ceiling for Oprah is how much can you improve Oprah?
Done.
You know what I'm saying?
What she's saying, who can you suck knowledge from?
Yeah, I mean,
gain from. Oprah probably have more wisdom.
Yeah, Oprah. I feel like Oprah probably be the lick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oprah, definitely Oprah. But I feel like Tyler Perry second, JayZ third. You know what I'm saying? Because Tyler Perry has more like screen time.
Right.
Like more people are looking at his stuff.
Right.
His cost per view is higher. Right. So when the person looks at it, he's getting paid more than JayZ or Diddy.
So why not Russell after you said he was, one of your...
I feel like Russell Simmons, and he ain't the same Russell as he was back in the day. Yeah. I feel like maybe Russell could give me some advice, like, he had some good advice for me. You know what I'm saying?
Music.
Yeah, like business advice,
what mistakes
spiritual.
Not to make at this point? What mistakes not to make at this point?
What mistake not to make, man? Save your money. Yeah. Save your money. Do not go buy the comp bottle. Yeah. Do not go late night trick on a girl. Do not go drive out your way and spend your gas money. Do not rack up the miles on your car.
I love it.
Buy a hoopty. Buy a Honda Accord.
So here's a question for you. This is a tricky question, right? Because you know me, like, y'all know me. Have y'all ever seen me popping a bottle in the club? Never, right? Think about it, right? So Anton,
I did it.
You never see me do it, but I second what you said just now, right? Yeah. But here's a question for you. A millionaire told me you never get rich saving your money, right?
It's investing.
You get rich by investing your money. So now I know you're an investor, but you just said we should save our money, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a thin line. How do you measure that?
Measure saving the money.
Saving and investing, because you invest as well, which is why you're in the position you're in right now, right?
Yeah. Between saving and investing.
How do you make a decision to roll the dice on
an investment?
Exactly.
Okay.
How do you? What's your? You go home right now. Say, Anton, I got this watch right here. We about to produce 10,000 watches. It's a dope idea. The streets feeling it. UK blah 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 blah. Hey Anton, let me get 20 racks real quick as an investor. When you go home, you say, hey Prez, I'm gonna go home and sleep on this. Give me a day. I hit you back. When you go home, how do you analyze
if you gonna make your decision?
If this investment is a good investment for Anton and his companies?
Basically, what's a good investment? All right. So my kids, I make them read this book. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. I don't know if you read that, right? Of
course, yeah, definitely. So you traveling, yeah. So I read that.
In the book, the dude he's trying to buy bronze from a dude who like makes ships. And he tells, there's this wise guy giving him advice, and he tells the guy, he's like, man, you never take advice. You never take advice from somebody that doesn't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I would see how qualified you are in the watch game. What's your credentials? So first you got to send me your credentials in the watch game to tell me, maybe you haven't sold watches before, but you design watches. What your credentials like in the watch game? You know what I'm saying? How thorough you are, how scaling the watch business and stuff. And if you thorough in it, and you sound like you know what you're doing, and you got some experience, you know, we can test it out lightly. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying. I'm be wise with my investment. You know what I'm saying? I take the richest man in Babylon approach.
Okay. That's a good answer.
You gotta have wisdom in the business that you're doing.
You can't really look at the money. You gotta look at what the person's
knowledge base and their connections.
Most definitely, that's something you can't buy.
Yeah, so that's what I would look at. But I don't deal with watches. I deal with shows. But when it comes to shows, I look at there's metrics that you could go online and you could this shit is funny. This dude said Jay Prince. I ain't Jay Prince at all, yo. What's it called? You can go online and see how popping an artist is. Okay. How many mentions they got, how many YouTube views they did this week, how many people are talking about them on Twitter and Instagram.
They give you the location and everything?
Yeah, give you they hottest cities and stuff like that. That's what I use.
So walk me through the process of doing an event.
Yeah. All right, so like I see an artist, he's about to drop a tape or he's hot, he's bubbling, his song is on a chart, and basically I feel as though they can sell the capacity amount that will make me money. So I got a 3,000 people venue, right? So let's say I could sell tickets with a scale from $30 to $70 with an average ticket price of $50 at scale, right? So if I sell out, that's $150,000, right? If the artist costs, let's say $50,000 or $100K, the venue to run the whole promo is about like $30,000, right? So my profit would be $20,000 to $70,000 on that, right? If the artist can sell out, they might can sell out, they might not can sell out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So if you don't sell out, who takes that L?
Me.
Who has to? So you have to come out of pocket for that.
Me and the club. Yeah, me and the club. Me and Echo Stage. It's us. Me and Andre and Antonis and Pete.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So they gonna ride with me, but we all in it together. You know what I'm saying? We made a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? At Echo Stage, when we did Future, I think I got the bar receipt on my phone. We did 170,000, and the door did 160K.
Get the fuck
in one night. In one night.
That's $250,000.
Yeah, in one night.
That's 3 years.
It was a lot of people who came out.
Yeah. And then like Gucci Man, we did 100-something thousand. Mm-hmm. When I had the first date in America of Gucci Man when he got out. Yeah, when he got out of jail. Mm-hmm. I had the first date in America when Gucci Man got out of jail. You know what I'm saying? So I bought him to DC. He had to come. You know what I'm saying? DMV had Gucci Man the first show when he came out to DMV. He did one with Alex at Gold Room, but I had the first show advertised. You know what I'm saying?
So how far in advance do you have to like book an artist?
3 months.
Okay.
3 months to 2 months.
Do you still follow that rule of policy based on your position right now?
What?
The 3 month rule, or you just book artists like say a couple weeks or like that month?
2 months. I don't play around with this shit, man. This shit too real.
Cause I think I see you book 6ix9ine was like.
Yeah, that was a play Benny T had, and you know, we had him with the hype. He was hot, but it just DC wasn't really fucking with him, and you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, you know, DC is a fickle market. This is an A market. DC is used to the best
Very
shit
fickle.
since Love and all that.
Right. So, Anton, you got a lot going on. You got a computer, you got a promotion, and I know you're involved with music.
Yeah.
I know we have our offline conversation and stuff like that. Where you at with the music?
You know, I used to have Q in here. He just got signed to Rock Nation.
Yeah.
I had my partner Snake, Gucci Man's manager. He helped him out, got the deal done, and you know, he taking off. It's a good. He real good right now.
You can speak on that.
What?
As far as, because I feel like you don't get enough respect. I feel like you don't. I feel like you're one of those because you know I have conversation with you, and then shit happens. You see what I'm saying? You tell me, hey, Prez, yo, we're doing this and blah, 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 and this is going to be the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Even back in the promoters' days, you were able to say, yo, we're doing this, and this is going to be the outcome of what we're doing. Yeah. And it actually happens, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like you're underrated. You don't feel that way?
Man, that shit don't really matter to me, man. Like, I got a big-ass house. My kids are smart as shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I still feel like, not saying underrated as far, the important people knows, like a Joy, of course, because she's not in the circle we're in. You see what I'm saying? She don't know. But you don't feel like,
Man, I don't give a fuck.
You don't care?
Motherfuck about what a nigga think about me, bro. I don't wake up in the morning. I don't care what a nigga think. You know what I'm saying? If another nigga is taking 2 seconds out of the day to think what another nigga think about him, something ain't right. Why the fuck I need your opinion for? You know what I'm saying? I never did. I don't care what nobody gotta say about what they gotta think about me. That shit ain't making me no money. I make money. And I make money thinking about myself.
This is facts. I just feel what I'm touching on. I feel
you talking about Benny's, the Shahs, and all that.
I feel like you're responsible for a lot. And I have this conversation with you a lot of time,
man.
And it's the same energy you always tell me, yo, Prez, I don't care, bro. But I feel like a lot of things that happen, you're involved with it, but no one, you know what I'm saying, highlight the fact that
listen, Benny T is my little brother. Benny T, right? Benny met Sha first with Babes. And me and Benny met Sha in the back of Lotus Lounge. Sha wanted us to manage him. I told Sha, holla at Benny. And they've been rocking ever since. And they've been successful. Sha Glizzy is one of the smartest young niggas you ever gonna meet. You know what I'm saying? That nigga's smart.
Facts.
The nigga know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Sha Glizzy's a smart young nigga. He knows how to finesse. He knows how he psychologically, you know what I'm saying? He knows all the games to play. He knows he's a smart young nigga. When I met Sha, I knew Sha was a star.
Oh damn!
You know what I'm saying? He got that thing going on about him. You could tell that. Even Q's the same way. You see him, he got that star quality. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's all about what you do with it, what your niggas do with it. You know what I'm saying? Because the game, you can make a lot of money in this shit, but it's a fine line between business and the streets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I know about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a fine line between business and the street, friends and money and all that shit. And you got to know really how to separate that shit, play that shit to the right degree.
Right.
Because motherfuckers, promoters, do not book artists that they don't feel like they're going to get the return or they
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, and I did the last Glizzy show. I had Sha at Echo Stage.
I remember. Yeah,
I booked Sha. Back when Future, I put Sha on the show with Future. You know what I'm saying? Way back Ibiza, they banned him and all type of shit. They was hating on me for that. I used to have Sha in Cafe Asia every week. He wasn't even 21, popping Ace of Spades and all that. Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that shit,
you know what I'm saying? That's my job, man. I was put in that position, so that's what I'm supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Who's next on the list? I know you was working with the Q movement, and that went through, and that Q seems like he's moving right now.
Yeah.
Who's next? Who are you looking at right now?
I think I'm looking at I think this kid, you know, Drigo, the kid from Virginia. Yeah, Drigo's hot. He got a lot of fan base and a lot of people that interested in him from VA. Like the first time I met him, I seen his fan base and it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Like a nigga that got that much fans and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga got that much fans. So, you know, that shit really struck me. And he sold a lot of tickets and tables and shit like that. You know? It's just that a lot of people, like, in the crowd in DMV, they don't know about him yet.
Okay.
But when they find out about him, it's gonna be crazy. Out of town people, they know about him and they fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So, the kid named Drigo. But it's a couple other kids. It's some kids from B-More that's hot that's coming up.
You working with, or you just aware of them?
I'm aware of them, but if they, like, you know, there's a kid named Tato. He's hot.
I know Tato.
Yeah, YGG Tay. He's up and coming. He's real, you know what I'm saying, popping and shit like that. You got a couple niggas in DC. You got a couple niggas in the Glizzy gang who's hot, you know what I'm saying, who up and coming. Q the Fool, the Rich Shooters. Them niggas is hot right now.
Yeah, they hot right now.
They the hottest thing on the street, you know what I'm saying?
You're still a part, you still involved with that movement, or you said Snake
Yeah, Snake is handling that situation pretty much. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, so I was able to connect him with the right management. You know what I'm saying? So Snake is Gucci Man. I don't even want to go too much into that.
Right. That's why I asked if you could talk about it. All right.
I don't even want to go too much into that, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So what's coming up? What you got coming down the pipe with DMV events? I'm
working on how homecoming events. Got a show with Pusha T coming up from VA. You know, he from VA.
How you feel about the beef?
I'm neutral in it. I think that Drake has more accolades than Pusha T. So, like, you know what I'm saying? There's some generally, like, you look at Drake, his numbers, records, money he's making. It's the scoreboard is the money that you're making.
So we were talking about before you came in.
Facts,
is it a such thing as below the belt in terms of like a rap beef? What do you think?
No, I don't think Drake tripping off that shit. I think it's amusing. Like man, you know what I'm saying? How many niggas you know that done fucked a bitch and got her pregnant? You know what I'm saying? Bitches want to get pregnant. You know what I'm saying? When you're a rapper, you're Drake, she's trying to have you take the condom off. You know what I'm saying? I was a regular promoter. You know how many shorties like want to have a nigga baby? You know what I'm saying? You know how many girls like models and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? Celebrities. You know, when I was younger, like, you know what I mean? Like, they want to fuck with you. Drake out is 10 times worse. You know what I'm saying? I already know how I be. So he clowning him because he got it. He don't know what's going on with that man, and he spoke to his baby mother. Did he hit his baby mother? Drake out here fucking niggas bitches. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with Pusha though, and I personally know his management, and I personally have done like 8 shows with Pusha T. You know what I'm saying? And rode in the car, chilled with him and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But I think that Drake has more accolades. If the scoreboard was money, Drake is fucking slam dunking nuts on the neck on niggas. Like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Lyrically, the nigga spits. Remember his first tape? He spit with Lil Wayne, nigga. That nigga can rap his ass off.
Right.
Y'all forget back to back when platinum?
Nah, I ain't forget. It got nominated for a Grammy too.
And a fucking Grammy.
Yeah.
Easter didn't even do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this nigga, like Beef, he done did that shit, man. The nigga got nominated for a Grammy for a diss track.
Yeah.
Do you think that Pusha T's record is gonna get nominated for a Grammy?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Being realistic, nah, it's not.
Numbers, right?
And Meek Mill was a battle rapper. A fucking Philly come up
Street
DVD,
battle,
come up DVD. Remember the come up, but back in the DVD before the internet shit, when you had to go to the flea market and buy the DVD. Meek Mill was on that shit. Bone Collector, all them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For Murder Mook and shit. Meek Mill was murdering niggas.
Right.
Drake crushed him in a battle.
Right.
The nigga got, all right, you won one, you lost one. Fuck it. The nigga still did his thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
All right, so you have
Smack
Pusha
DVDs,
T.
yeah.
Pusha T coming. Is it for Howard Homecoming?
No, he's coming just in July, shit like that, yeah.
Okay, what else you have coming up?
How Homecoming be planning up for that, but that's about it right now. We got the Pusha T. We focus on one thing at a time.
Okay.
Team Echo Stage. Shout out Andre, Matt, Ben, my boy Garrett, the whole team. You know what I'm saying? The whole security staff, everybody there at Echo Stage. You know?
need a front door girl to check people in.
Yeah, even the front door. We got a box office team. My man Garrett.
I need a job. I need a side hustle.
Oh yeah, we could talk that. We figure it out. Yeah.
I definitely got.
He's serious.
I know, me too.
No, I ain't talking serious.
I definitely got a DJ one.
Yeah.
We make it happen. Pusha T slide through. We make some talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm coming to the Pusha T show, by the way.
All right, bet. Yeah, definitely Pusha T July 6th.
July 6th, we in there. Yeah, man, but Anton, man, appreciate you, man. I've been asking Anton for so long to come to the station.
Nah, you know,
this nigga, man, I swear to God.
I see that Jaquel tagged me in some joint.
Yo, let's talk about that before we go. Let's address that.
That's it, bro. I don't want to get a mad shit.
No, we didn't talk bad about him.
Yo, first of all, don't nobody notice Anton.
Let's talk about that.
Let's these Jaquel stories.
No, Anton, I'm not.
Go back, but you know what I'm saying, Anton. You know I've been, you know what I'm saying.
I'm not ashamed.
You know what I'm saying. Jaquel business is his business.
I'm not ashamed. I was once a promoter.
Jaquel doing some other shit.
Anton was the leader of the camp, and I suck a lot of dollars from Anton. So Anton gonna speak his mind.
The skills I gave you, Darnell, Jaquel, fed niggas, fooling them, social group.
Benny was there, all of them.
Benny T, that's my little brother. He kept it real and loyal. A lot of niggas get a hype. And
so what did Jaquel tag you in? Because I didn't see the tag.
I don't know. He was saying about something about text message and how he did it greater. And
he said Anton introduced it and did it, but he did it better or something like that.
Yeah, he did it better. My nigga, listen, like, it's not even funny. I want to see the best in Jaquel. I've always said he got talent. Jaquel let demons, you know, enter in his life that he shouldn't have let enter in his life. Alcohol fucked his days out and picked up Jaquel drunk underneath a car. And drove him home.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Fact. I wasn't even there, but I already know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I wasn't sitting. No.
Everyone knows. You know what I'm saying? Everyone.
The nigga got locked up for, you know, he had an incident at the diner. It was a bad incident. You know what I'm saying? He called me to help him. You know what I'm saying? Jaquel's a smart kid, but when you start comparing motherfuckers and measuring your worth to the next motherfucker, that's when you created ceilings for yourself.
Facts.
You can't do that. You can't look at the next nigga. You gotta look at the game of life. What these white people looking at? What the fuck is they respecting? How the fuck you can get a job to feed your kid?
Right.
So you got long term, nigga. Even if you make $50,000 a year, right? If you make $50,000 a year, your goal should be, man, how can I save 10 every year?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
He look at his left.
Somebody asked if I'm Indian. I'm half Indian.
Yeah. So have you spoke to Jocko since he tagged you in a post?
I think I called him out the shit. I called him. He didn't pick up, and he DM'd me the other day. You know, I fuck with Jocko. I want Jocko to be the best he could be. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he
is his own worst enemy.
Yeah, Jocko is his worst enemy.
Jocko has all the potential in the world, all the tools.
I swear, I tell him the same thing, bro.
But believe it or not, he been like this his whole entire life.
Yeah.
So
I think he got ADHD.
It's hard for me as a brother, and sometimes, you know what I'm saying, but you know, he a grown man, he gotta learn on his own.
Even you like advance his position. Look at your presentation. Look at your communication skills. How you come. You know what I'm saying? There's a book by this author, right? His name is Dale Carnegie. I don't know if you guys ever read it. How to Win Friends and Influence and Speaking. And he got this other book called The Art of Public Speaking, right? And in that book, he talks about basically how to talk to people. Right? And basically, he says that even Sigmund Freud, the great psychologist, the basic human need is to be understood. Motherfucker wants you to understand them. If I'm talking to you, you ignoring me, I'm not gonna like you.
Yeah.
You feel me off the rip? If you taking up the whole shit and you not saying, you not letting me
communicate.
Yeah, I'm not feeling like I'm understood by this person. Then, shit. They ain't gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, language is currency.
Yeah, language is currency. But also, either you giving them knowledge, right? You giving them knowledge and they can sit back and listen to the knowledge, or you are listening to them.
Right.
You listen to a person, you like, damn, they feel like you care about. That's what a friend is.
Right.
That's what it becomes an emotional need. People need that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And some people don't understand that type of communication. That type, you know what I'm saying? I was fortunate enough to study psychology, to read books and understand how the human mind works, the need to be heard, even like sexual energy. Like you see a girl, you like, damn, she bad as shit, man. You want to smash, right? That same energy you could take imagine you apply it to your work. You know what I'm saying? You take that same energy, you see a bad bitch, oh shit, that nigga, you know what I'm saying? Niggas can't do that. They can't focus like that. You know what I'm saying? Napoleon Hill in his book, Think and Grow Rich, he called
I read that too.
Yeah, Think and Grow Rich, sexual transmutation, taking that energy, them desires. Like you see a girl and you transfer it to you see your work and your work becomes like that. Like, damn, I want that. Your work. Niggas can't do that. They don't have the brain.
Discipline.
Yeah, they don't have the discipline to make that transition.
Facts. Yo, you definitely a smart motherfucker, yo.
Hell of an interview.
And you have
somebody commented and said dropping gems.
You want to for where the city at right now, you played a big part, and I'm always no matter what you say, whatnot, I'm still gonna fight for that. I'm still gonna have a conversation with you on here, off here. I feel like you should get more respect than you deserve, and that's why I always, no matter what, keep in contact with you and let you know how I feel, because I feel like you did a lot for the city. And even today, this interview right now, you know what I'm saying? When we go back and watch this shit, it's a lot of information that we can utilize to make ourselves better.
But you know how the area is. You know, niggas know, but they don't want to give credit.
But that's the problem. We ain't going to touch on that. But anyway.
Yeah, because you know how I feel about that shit.
It's a long conversation. But Anton, we got to get you back, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it, man.
Don't say that, because I've been asking you to come for a long time.
Nah, I'm gonna do it, man. I got you. I just be in the gym for real. I be working out real.
I see you with the kickboxing and the boxing and stuff.
Yeah, I've been boxing a long time, and when I went to Maryland, I was on the boxing team. Now I do
really?
I was on the boxing team. Zeke, shout out Zeke down Sugar Ray Leonard's. Zeke, you know, when I was a young, he taught me how to throw them things. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what I do: Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, things like that. My kids
rich
do.
Nigga shit. But anyway,
beat your ass shit.
Nah, but you gotta come back, man, and tell the people where they can find you. DMV events.
Yeah, DMV events on all platforms.
Yep, and come back, man. Come back. Real talk.
Yeah, I got you, bro. We gonna come back.
All right, so the next event, Eagle Stage, Pusha T.
Yeah.
July the date?
July
6th.
July 6th.
And I'm
what
in
day
there.
is that? Is it Saturday?
Yeah, it's Saturday.
All right, July 6th, man.
I'm in there.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all follow DMV events on Instagram, Snapchat, you know, wherever.
Yeah,
lock in. July 6th, Pusha T.
Yeah.
Yep. Thanks, Anton.
Hottest album in the country too, because that Daytona is hard.
All right, bro.